Trade Genius.
What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. We're just going to get right into the charts. Another big red day on the market for crypto in general, Bitcoin and the alts. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at a couple bright spots in the alt markets. And right now what I'm doing is I got our short swing indicator up, and I'm looking for this to finally fire along on the weekly, to be honest. The weekly chart, again, has just never given us really any hope, because we're looking for a close above a previous high, and we just haven't seen that on the weekly chart. So everything from here on out is going to be short setups. The only way that that's going to change is if we see a higher low, and right now that's going to mean we'd have to see a close back above what the levels of support that we broke. So what'll probably end up happening is we'll see another move up, possibly to the mid span of this descending wedge, and then back down, and that'll be like the high water mark for the weekly, to see if we make a higher low. Right now we're at another level of support, and I'll show you that here in a bit. If you guys are interested in our indicators, we've got basically a toolkit of them, and so you can head over to tradelikeagenius.com. We got our Black Friday specials, and really mark these down for Black Friday. These are normally not prices that we have on our specials, and also these are new bundles. So check that out, tradelikeagenius.com, to get that. Back to the chart. If you notice that we're hitting this lower end of the descending wedge, also we have some support in this area. So I'm gonna zoom out now to the volume profile, and again, we're getting to this area now where we've hit this volume node. So expecting a bounce there, and then the shorting areas, we'll post that in the room, but there's just going to be some pretty blatant areas here where it's not going to be prudent to hold through, and you're going to want to short, because right now the bears are raging, and no sense fighting that trend. The other level to keep an eye on, if this breaks down, this 4,000, if we go sub 4K, and I hate to break the news to you, but you're looking at probably 2564 as a very high probability. It could be a capitulation move, but that's the final fib range target that we had from these initial ranges down. So once we see a bottom in this, and let's say we do let's say we get kind of a capitulation bottom, and then we work our way up to let's just say something like this happens, and we work our way back up to this level, then basically what we'll do is we'll draw a new range. That's going to be a big bear fib zone that will take a very long time to eat through, and will also give you a much lower fib target. And until we see a change and we actually break this trend line on the weekly, all of that will still be in play. So nothing good for bulls are going to happen under this trend line. All right, so all we can do is look at these areas of big time support and look to play off those levels. If you're looking for long-term positioning, you would add at these levels. So again, around where we are now, down to about 4,400. Below that, again, you're looking at you're looking sub 3K. Most people aren't thinking about sub 3K at this point, but technically speaking, that is on the table. If we look at the daily chart, and you will see that we have bounced a little bit off of near this descending wedge, but again, I think your broader support's a little bit lower, so we might maybe see like a spike low, and maybe a swing failure when you make a new low, but then you close above the prior low. So if we see something like that, I think that would be kind of bullish for a bounce intermediate, but there's going to be levels in here that are going to be shortable, so we'll be talking about that in the room. So your outlook this week, guys, yeah, we are extremely oversold on pretty big volume here. If you look volume wise, these volume candles are starting to get up to periods where we had much higher volatility. So yes, there's a lot of selling, there's also a lot of people buying, so keep that in mind. There is accumulation going on here. Now if you look at the other altcoins that well, let's look at the alt market real quick, guys. Okay, so Ripple is one coin, and what I'm looking for, guys, is we get a slingshot sell because we're up in that area. That's probably going to be a good spot to take a short if you guys are able to short these tokens. And another one is Lumens XLMBTC, really bucking the trend, which for alts, I mean, I like to see alts that kind of decouple, but for the most part they haven't been, except these two guys are shining examples of ones that have. We are getting another short signal here, top of the linear regression channel. That's the kind of stuff we like to see. So yes, if you're up a lot on these, this would be an area we'd start considering protecting profits. So just wanted to point that out to you guys. Again, if you want these signals, tradelikeagenius.com. We got our Black Friday deals do not get any cheaper than that. If we head over to market cap on the alts, fell out of bed on this consolidation pattern here, and we are getting into a block here where I would be looking for alt swing trades. So you just have to keep in mind your levels, make sure that your alts are seeing the support levels. But most alts, we like to try and buy the bottoms of the uptrending linear regression channel. That's going to be the trick here, is finding those that have an uptrend. Right now most are in a downtrend, so that makes it a little trickier when you're trying to swing trade alts against the trend. Just keep your stops tight in doing so. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is the crypto fear and greed. Expect tomorrow's bar to be down, and then we might be getting into a range where we would see our previous buy signals kick in. If that happens, we'll cover that in that video. So all right guys, yeah, pretty bloody, and we are close to an area of support on Bitcoin. So we'll look to see, and we'll probably update later in the week when we see some bullish price action. But for right now, if you're not short or long, or if you're not long, just hang tight here and let some price action develop. If you're short, you've had a great move down, extremely oversold here. We are due for a bounce here, but it will be somewhat short-lived probably as we head back into previous price action. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you on tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.